Yeah.
I took the instructions last time, so it's all on you this time around.
In the lower right-hand corner, we have the Terran, who is a game down, but is still mannered up and said a very polite introduction. He is PeX, the German. In the upper left-hand corner, it is the national hero whom everybody is excited to see win, except they can't say that because they're European, and that'll jinx it. It's Melle.
Indeed. And Ohana will be the map of choice for PeX, and we'll see if Melle has some sort of other clever cheese planned out. He's used that pretty liberally in his game so far, and I can't blame him because he's made it this far, for sure. And we'll see how PeX responds after not scouting out that Proxy Immortal build, and kind of did a 2-racks and didn't achieve a whole lot with it other than just kind of being killed in his own base with the lack of tech.
Yes, I hate being killed in my own base as much as I hate being killed anywhere else, but it also feels like a little bit of an intruder thing, especially like when my bunkers are up. It's like, dude,
come on, man.
Dude, uncool.
I devoted 150 minerals to keeping you out, and you still just run right in. It's the worst.
You know, what is the other 50 minerals for? Is my question.
I don't know.
How many beers is that?
Less than half. I just don't know my numbers.
Okay.
Actually, no. Wait, hold on. Nope. Sorry, it's almost done. Never mind. It's almost a full beer. But anyway,
okay.
No excuses.
None excuses whatsoever. Worker high five happens in the middle of the map. They just go right through each other, right as they pass one another. Gas timings will be caught. PeX not caring to hide what is in his base enough to go ahead and build a supply depot to stop the probe from entering. So there you go.
Yep, so you will get in. He will spot out the lack of gas, and, well, he's done this once before, and, well, it was a 2-racks instead, but we'll see how he reacts this time to seeing no gas and only one barracks inside the base, whereas at home we see Melle going for a Cybernetics core as well, so, not as well, just going for one. So, very standard from him as well at this point in time, and shaping up to be a bit more standard unless Melle does something crazy like drop robotics facilities all over the map again, but, yeah, PeX is looking a bit more standard this time around.
It was very weird. They just had a probe SCV fight, but then the Marine showed up and said, "Don't hit my little brother." PeX is going to feel confident enough to go ahead and build the command center on the low ground, so good for him. Definitely deserves to do so, and Melle is already saving up enough to go ahead and put the Nexus in the exact same fashion. I thought there might be a little bit of an eBay block, but no, the Zealot's coming out first, so it wouldn't be beneficial even if they decided to go ahead and do so.
And there does go the Nexus. Oh, pardon me real quickly.
Oh my god, and Kyle dies to bring you that news.
I'm literally
second racks is put down. We of course expect to see the third naked racks any given second now. That is just how this matchup is currently played. It is totally standard. There it is. The only question now comes for me is the gas timing from the Terran. Is he just going to get one or is he going to get two and attempt to go with the MMM that everybody loves so much?
Yep, indeed, and there's really not a whole lot else to do. It's just so effective against pros. Nothing really. I mean, tanks. We've seen the occasional players use them. I know Bjorn has. Jinro tried a few times as well back in the day, but well, Jinro's retired now, and that tells you a little bit about how tanks work in TVP.
Oh, that's such a sad statement. Zealot coming in here to do some early pressure, by which I mean die.
They didn't ask for this.
They didn't.
They just wanted to scout the front.
He's like, oh, we cannot hold. We can't.
But we can die.
Passive aggressive Zealots. The new me popping up everywhere all over Starcraft. This is actually just a fine position for both these players to be in. Nothing to be said significantly about either getting ahead or being behind or anything of the like. Robo coming down immediately. Again, no surprises there. That is right about as quick as you can. A little bit of a stutter there, but right about the 6-minute mark, boom, it happened.
Yep, indeed, and yeah, everything just progressing along as standard can be, and once these observers get out for Protoss, he'll start scouting out and deciding what he wants to do tech-wise, and once he sees that, he'll be a little bit more inclined to make a decision as far as Colossus or High Templar. Stargate, probably never going to happen in this matchup ever again, sadly. The day of the Void Ray all-in is gone, and I wish it wasn't, but it is. And Marines can move out. What? Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, Terran figured out they could build Marines, and this matchup was never the same again.
Yes. A little bit of cute Stalker Micro, trying to get a couple of Marines here, but before being pushed back himself. A little Marine Micro as well. Both players just jousting in the middle of the map, hacking their 2 expansions and just teching up, happy as can be.
Happy as what? Clams?
I
Tulips?
happy as weed.
We're seeing once again the stim being researched well in advance of the +1. I feel like that's an odd thing that we've been witnessing today. These are very good players. I don't mean to take anything away from them. I certainly do think that they could beat me in a one-on-one dust-up pretty easily. But it's weird that it's not lining up. And then also last time we saw this +1 stim did not actually make it out and across the map in a way to go ahead and kill anything significantly for the cost involved. And that stutter's killing me.
I'll tab briefly. I should stop doing that so I don't stutter you anymore. I will stop immediately.
I will stop stopping.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, yep, both play. Yeah, it's God. Well, okay, it's gonna be Colossus first, so I get something to actually talk about, and Double Forge as well, though not currently being utilized. There we go. So we have the +1 ground armor, which you see +1. Well, he's a little bit gas starved considering all the tech he's going for at once right here.
Indeed.
He's actually just not mining for more than disguisers, and that might be hurting him a little bit right here.
You don't say. Are you telling me if you don't harvest gas from a geyser that you don't get as much gas?
I am saying that.
Okay.
Yes, I've learned that over my many years of Starcraft 2 experience.
Of all my years of making mistakes, I have learned many things like that myself. Also that you should probably rally your workers, build an expansion.
Yes.
Yep. Wow, Command Center on the low ground coming from PeX. We have seen some very aggressive Terran expansion coming out today versus both Zerg and Protoss. Apparently Dutch players not afraid to just expand wherever the hell they feel like.
Yep, and yeah, well, judging from the Double Forge, we'll likely see a third base coming up here very quick for Melle as well. I mean, no reason not to. When you're going for Double Forge, the whole point is to get to those upgrades as fast as possible and give yourself an advantage alongside that macro. And yeah, really want to get that. What's the same colors? I'm confused by something. Okay, my Skype just confused me for a brief second there, but I am back and no longer confused.
Really great observer snipe in the natural. Just happened. Very strong there. The medevacs are now out. The observer didn't quite see them, I don't think. And this push by PeX is actually much more effective than things we've seen previously, because again, the third is going to be up by the time things go south. Especially, he could make that a planetary or get a bunker up and running, operational alongside it either, or could be very effective. That being said, Melle is going to start getting the upgrade advantage as things continue. The second eBay only starting now, as there's a clash in the middle.
Yeah, Marines are forced to run. You're going to stim forward and just blow up those Stalkers immediately, but the Colossus will ruin their day. Force Field's not quite as good as they could be there, but will continue to give chase here. And as far as army supply goes, Melle is actually a touch behind here, but does have a Colossus. Please be very careful not to lose that. Very important at this point in time, and he will just back off to that Zelnaga tower and back to home. So to secure his third base, and looks like both players will be just very happy to just sit back and get all their tech up. Templar Archives on the way for Melle, so he will be able to make that switch if and when he so desires. And now that he's shown that one Colossus, would not be bad to switch in pretty much right off the bat.
No, we've seen that previously, and it would definitely be a good call to go ahead and maybe work both into your army. We saw an overbuilding of Vikings not so long ago. Nice little attempted snipe on those medevacs, which are just about full. Both these players just positioning, jockeying really to try and get their third operational. PeX is ahead on workers, which is exactly where the Protoss doesn't want to be. The drop is all queued up to go ahead and drop into Protoss main. There's just a couple of stalkers and a cannon here, but that could be enough to kill one of these, and really great reaction time out of PeX.
Yep, indeed, and someone just told me in Skype not to alt-tab because it makes the game freeze, but I can't respond to him without alt-tabbing, so now I'm stuck in this weird quandary of just utter confusion, but I will not alt-tab ever again, I promise.
Oh, it was supposed to be me casting, he saves the day, and he still gets crap for it. Nice little... Ooh, observer. Did he catch that? No, just barely out of range of where the drop currently is. The Terran forces are split up, so if there's an engagement right this second, Melle is going to benefit from it. But if not, PeX is slowly getting ahead, sir.
Yep, he is certainly. And the Storm is on the way. Templar being starting to be made. Charge is almost done, so he does have that going for him. But upgrades, I mean, against Protoss, PeX is doing a pretty darn good job keeping his upgrades going, getting the attack upgrade for the Vikings, as well as +2/+2 for his bio. So he's looking pretty good right now. And if he keeps this up and is able to actually make sure he gets his Ghost Academy down in time to catch this switch to different tech, he might be okay. But anyway, here's a bit of a battle. Vikings can try and snipe off some Colossus and doing some good damage, and they're going to get at least one. Second Colossus going down as well, I believe, and here it does go. Storms are pretty darn good, though. The attack right when Storm finished, which does kind of suck for him. Will be pushed back quite a bit. Going to try and fight at this choke point since the Zealots aren't really as effective. Bio continues to fight here. Zealots charging in. This Bio has such low health right now. The Vikings should be forced to run here. Good force fields going down, pinning in all of those units. Very, very well done. And yeah, the Archons and Sentries just cutting them to pieces. Archon doing what it can, and that Bio will be forced back. And Mel does get the better of that engagement, I think, but also loses 2 Colossi in the process.
I mean, he certainly got the best of it. He did go ahead and swing the supply 20 points in his favor. It's now equal. Yes, he did sacrifice his Colossus, but as we talked about, both High Templars and Colossus are being made. Look at that. His third is safe. He's starting to bring up the infrastructure. 5 additional gateways all going down at once. So he is looking pretty strong there. That being said, PeX has kept up with his Terran macro, some of the hardest part of the game, in my opinion, very well himself. +3/+3, not researching yet for the Terran, and started for the for Hero from the Netherlands.
Yeah, so he's working on the +3/+3, and also the Ghost Academy only just now going down. It will be ready at some point, but will be ready in time to save this third base. And I'm not 100% sure, but it looks like Mel is being a little bit indecisive and kill this one Marine. Marine's filing in single file just to die at the hands of these units. Let's see how the Storms are once again, and decent Storm, but dodged out of, and Force Field's kind of hurting the Zealots more than helping. But here comes a Colossus help as well, another pretty good Storm there catching a lot of these units. And all this Bio is pretty much all dead. Marauders doing what they can, trying to kite back those Zealots charging in. But this is a lot of Bio going down right here.
I mean, it's being traded for pure minerals, too.
Yeah.
Essentially nothing but Zealots died there. That is an excellent and possibly game-changing shift for Melle. The Vikings have come back. They're going to attempt to snipe off that Colossus. They do so, but they are forced to run away. Not really a good exchange given how low those Vikings are on health now. And suddenly everything is converging in the middle, and a Manor Nexus is thrown down.
That is pretty strong right there. And without Colossus, actually these Storms are pretty good. Going to feedback the Medivacs instead. A bit of a questionable decision. We'll make another Archon as well. And the Vikings kind of floating around, being pretty useless. Manor Nexus continues to build. And here comes the
Manor Nexus may complete before this game is over. Archons are going to get in position to go ahead and start just decimating the Terran infantry, and that is that. SCVs are pulled. Melle knew he had it. Well played to him. Pure Zealot warp in, and there it is.
There it is. Well played. The Netherlands defend their honor in the Dutch Starcraft League. Very good to